Alright, cage is looking good. If you saw the last episode, we got it all painted up. We got all the aluminum cut, drilled, ready to rock and roll, so that's awesome. This time we're trying to get this thing running. But first, I gotta get this windshield frame prepped for the glass shop. And what they want, we're gonna do some flat bar, 1/2 inch from this front surface. So I basically just gotta put myself a little spacer there and weld this 1/2 inch wide flat bar in. That way that glass has something to back to, and they're just gonna glue it in. So that's what I'm gonna work on right now. So tomorrow we can get this to the glass shop. I can also take the drive line in to 6/8 and get that shortened up. And then we're gonna tackle plumbing, wiring, etc. to get this thing running. All right, this has been the detail here. Got these 1/2 inch thick pieces of plate, just using as spacers against my fab table, and that'll keep 1/2 inch gap between the face of this flat bar and the front of the frame. Gonna stitch weld it across. It doesn't need to be fully welded. Glass guys can seal it up real good with their glue when they glue that windshield in, so this will be good. All right, got all that burned in there. Got these holes opened up a little bit to make it a little bit easier. So now it's time for some olive drab. Right on. First little bit of olive drab is on. It's gonna look so good. Sweet. Take that to the glass shop tomorrow and start cranking out all the plumbing, wiring, that kind of stuff. All right, I got the fuel tank in this morning. That way I know where to route the exhaust, because that's what we're doing next, routing the exhaust. I got an Amazon kit here, all manual bent, 2.5 inch. We're gonna go 2.5 inch single out the driver's side. So first we got to kind of work on that Y pipe up by the headers, get it merged together onto the driver's side. Then I'm thinking about running it right through that hole, right along the frame rail, and dumping it right here. I think that'll be good if I can route it in such a way that it clears the tire and the bumper, gives it a little bit of protection, and get those exhaust fumes all the way out the back. So I'm gonna do some figuring on that Y pipe and see what we got to do here. Well, that doesn't look too bad. Not perfect, but nothing on this Jeep's perfect. So I'm gonna pull this out of there, get it all welded solid. I think we'll do a muffler. We'll do a muffler clamp here, so it's easy to take apart. The rest of it should be fairly straightforward. So that's awesome. Hey Hank. Alright. Not too bad. These exhaust kits are pretty cool. Really make it easy. So popping up right through there. I need to bend this right up here to make sure it doesn't rattle. That's no big thing. View from underneath. That'll be an exhaust clamp, and an exhaust clamp up there at the Y pipe. And hopefully with, you know, having like 4 feet of pipe behind the muffler, it won't be too loud. All right, well, I'm gonna take this off, weld it up, figure out my mounts. The mounts I'm using, just order them off Amazon. These guys here, so that thick rod part goes onto the pipe, welds to it, and then this bolts somewhere to the frame or the body. Should be pretty simple. All right, I'm gonna need some muffler clamps to finish this up because it's a little floppy. I want to be able to hold that. So I got that tacked in. Put a little tab there with the Rivzert. But yeah, I need some muffler clamps to make sure that's right where I want it. And I might be able to put a little bend in that to kick that out where I want it as well. So I'm gonna hold off on that and Jumping onto the radiator. Bought this radiator off Amazon. It's supposed to be a small block Chevy swap radiator for all the CJ series and the full-size Jeep series. And it seems to fit pretty good, but got to build some brackets here, which I think I'm just going to do some angle iron and bolt them straight to these pieces. And the angle iron will come over and catch those tabs. Electric fans, so we'll have to figure that out. That's a radiator installed with electric fans. I'm gonna have to figure out these harnesses. I wonder if this same company sells the wiring kit for it. That'd be sweet. Like a relay and stuff. Might have to look into that. These are the hoses from the Impala. They're gonna work, so I'm gonna buy new ones. I just wanted to see what can I order them off of. And they look like they'll work just fine. All right, this is where we're at. Today, I think we're getting it running. Very close. All fluids are in, except for the fluid that leaked out of the dipstick tube. And Mr. Gasket Tube is not gasketing very well. So I have to deal with that. But I've got a meeting later this morning, so I don't want to get filthy. So I'm gonna work on wiring. We're gonna put a gang switch right there in the middle of the dash. Show you what I got. Got this guy from Nylite. It's got like a cigarette lighter style. It's got USB-C and USB and 6 switches. So we'll do fan, light bar, light pods, rock lights, maybe cabin lights and headlights, I think, all right here. So we need to get this thing mounted in there. It's got 2 wires there to hook up power, and then these are all the power out to the different things. So that's sweet. And get this mounted, and then the next thing we're gonna do is hook up the electric fans so they're good to go. I guess we gotta cut a hole in the dash. All right, not sure if I showed this already, but got the fans hooked up. That's sweet. I think this thing's gonna be awesome. I got it to turn over. I got 12 volts at the coil. Water pump belts on. I think we're gonna try to fire it. Let's just see what happens. And then hopefully that leak on the trans is fixed. I put some goop on it. We'll fill it up. Still got to put my driveline in. That is awesome. I got a bunch of stuff I got to get at the store, so I'm gonna make sure my list is good. Run in, grab those few things, so we can tidy this thing up. Get the driveline in, get the old white Suburban moved, and see if the trans works. See how I did there. Hopefully it works. Otherwise, I'm gonna be spending a bunch of money. All right, this is where we're at. Kind of ran out of time and energy last night, but got it running a little better. I think I'm 1 tooth off on the distributor because I advanced it all the way that it can, and it was only at like 4 degrees timing, which is not enough. So I tried just like bumping the wires over one click. That might not be the ticket. I might have to bump it back, actually pull the distributor and rotate it 1 tooth. Got a new mark on the harmonic balancer. Hopefully I can see it a little better. I had a radiator leak I had to take care of, or a lower radiator hose. Got that taken care of. It appears as though the fix on the dipstick tube is working. I got my driveline back from 6 states. So here in Spokane, These guys are a great outfit to have your driveline worked on. So we're gonna get this installed. Then we can test the trans. So that'll be awesome. All right, I had a couple wires crossed. I actually set the distributor right where it needs to be. I got it timed now. Oh man, listen to this. Woo! Oil pressure. I gotta make sure it's charging. I mean, it's stayed at 12 over there, but I don't know if that's reliable. I probably better get this thing hooked up. All right, should we check the trans? I think we should. So that's there's low. It is so rad. Sounds good, too. There's third. Well, it runs, it drives, it shifts through all the gears. There's still a few have-to-have items that we got to do, but a lot of what's left is just nice to have. So, feeling confident. Next episode, we're going to be finishing this thing up, all the little details, get it painted. It's going to be rad. So thank you so much for watching. Wheel it, wreck it, wrench it, repeat. See you next time.